Okay, hello everyone and welcome to another video here on my channel. Today for this video, as you can see, we are gonna be dealing with a very amazing topic, and that is tips for guessing in Japan, guessing the right area, pinpointing as fast as you can the right region of the country, prefecture, whatever. So for that, first I'm gonna start with all kinds of tips for Japan which are gonna help you in guessing in the country, which is really hard to guess the region of no moving because a lot of it looks pretty much the same. So with that said, let's just get into the tips, and later I'm gonna play maybe a couple of games to show you exactly how to use some of these tips. So first of all, I think one of the most useful tips are the area codes in Japan, which you can find in the phone numbers, of course. So as you can see, the area codes, other than being singular for each prefecture like this, or sometimes multiple per prefecture, it has its own areas around the country where the first digit can be found. So the actually the second digit. So in the north, first you're gonna find they're starting with ones, then going south with twos, then Tokyo is three, the area around Tokyo is four, then going more west there are fives, Osaka itself is six, and then around Osaka are sevens, more west are eights, and the Kyushu Island and the island chain south of it, Okinawa, etc., there are nines. And then, of course, within those, there are singular numbers, but the first digit is easier to remember than these singular numbers. And then Tokyo and Osaka are very unique with their, the only Tokyo has 03 and Osaka has 06. So this map, the regions of the first digit, I think, are not hard to remember, and then the second digit, etc., you can try as well. But after that, another very useful tips, especially for moving games again, because sometimes you need to move to find some of these clues, are the prefectural kanjis, the kanjis for each prefecture, so the names in the Japanese language. They are very useful to learn. I'm gonna show you why. But here we have a list. This is a sheet made by Radox of all the prefecture countries. You can find Wikipedia, etc. And he also put out here the most common prefectural kanjis, which are found in multiple prefectural names. So Chifuku, etc. Those are very useful to learn if you like. Of course, the whole names are also very useful to learn, but first you should do the most common ones because they are found around a lot of prefectures. So you can, even if you get one of these, you can maybe somehow guess what prefecture of these other ones are. Like Yama is found a lot of times and it looks like this. It's very useful. So now, where can you find these prefectural? Why are they so useful? They are found on all prefectural road number shields. So these are prefectural road number shields. These ones are national roads. As you can see, they are upside down triangle with not so sharp edges, and the octagonal or hexagonal, one, two, three. Yeah, so hexagonal ones actually have the prefecture name in Japanese kanji on them. As you can see, here we have it's Yamanashi for this exact one. And of course, national roads don't have those. But where else can you find the prefectural kanji? Let's just look around in this location. And as you can see, here we have the Yamaguchi written directly on the pole. So sometimes, depending on the prefecture, you can find them on all kinds of poles. And not only there, they are very often found on bollards as well. Here as well, we have Yamaguchi there written. So they're hidden in plain sight everywhere. So these Prefectural kanjis are extremely useful for guessing in Japan. Okay, sorry for the coughing. But after the prefectural kanjis and area codes, which are true for all of Japan and you can find them all around, let's go into some regional tips. And I'm gonna start this one with a very iconic regional tip, which are Yamaguchi yellow guardrails. So if you see yellow guardrails like this, there is like almost very high chance, like only Yamaguchi has them, so that you will be in this prefecture. As you can see, we saw them even here. They're found all around. Sometimes they can be white in Yamaguchi on some roads, maybe. But generally, most gyros should be yellow in the Yamaguchi prefecture, and that's a very good and cool tip for it. Okay, going on to the next tip. As you can see, here we have a lot of red roofs, red tiled roofs. Not to be mistaken with red plastic or metal roofs. So they can be found around the area of the western area of the country, around the prefectures of Hiroshima, Yamaguchi, Shimane, and Tottori. So in those areas, you're gonna find these red roofs, and they're very common there, and I think they are the most common in this area around north of Hiroshima, a bit of eastern Yamaguchi. That area there has really a lot of them. But these other areas have them as well, sometimes somewhere less, somewhere more. But as you can see here, we have the red roofs on this location everywhere, and not only there. Look at this. This is in Yamaguchi as well, red roofs, red tiled roofs all around, and this is in Hiroshima. So as you can see, that's a very good tip for that area. And now for the next tip, we have ourselves a very interesting one, and those are these kerosene tanks called claymores. So why are they called claymores? Because they resemble a World War II landmine, an American landmine, I think. So the Japanese called them that because of that reason. And where can they be found? They are, I think, used for heating and all kinds of different stuff. So they are mostly found in northern Japan. So the area that has these things is like Hokkaido and the Tohoku area in the north. So they can be even found up to here. I'm not sure where exactly it ends. Like, of course, in Hokkaido they may be the most common, and then as you go south they start disappearing. But they are found around the northern Honshu as well a lot. So yeah, that's for those claymores. And now another tip for northern colder regions of Japan as well are these roofs, which as you can see, they are not tiled like we could see, for example, here, because of the snowfall that falls in this region. And these roofs are much better with that. They wouldn't like drop the tiles upon the weight of the snow or something like that. So in northern Japan and in mountainous regions, not only northern, pretty much almost all these things that apply for northern Japan also apply for mountain regions. You can find these plastic or metal roofs. I'm not sure what exactly they are. And sometimes on the side of the houses they even have these ladders which are used, I think, for clearing the roof of snow. And as you can see, the roofs are flat here in contrast with other parts of Japan which have these traditional roofs. So yeah, maybe they want to climb on top, so clear the snow, etc. Okay. Another tip, this one applies especially for Hokkaido. Oh, we have an airplane. And that is these very wide kind of driveways, like roadways, very wide roads which are found in Hokkaido, and they are like that because of of course, the very high snowfall which appears in this region of northern Japan. So I guess um, the wider roads then are better during the snow conditions, and they even have this empty thing on the side, so they are even wider than the lanes themselves. The lanes are wider as well, and they have these high rises on the side, but yeah, those can be found in other places of Japan. But yeah, so Hokkaido has generally wider roads than other parts of Japan because of this region. Not sure if it's also true for some parts of northern Honshu. But another tip for Hokkaido, as you can see, are these very famous Hokkaido cabbages. This is a plant which is called giant butterbur in English, or fuki in Japanese, and it grows on the island of Hokkaido, Sakhalin, in Russia, and it can be found, I think, sometimes also in northern Honshu, but more rarely, and it can be used to guess these regions as well pretty well, and it's an iconic tip, I think. You can see, I think this might also be a prefecture kanji there. But another tip for Hokkaido are these arrows around above the roads. So they are marking the roads here like this, because when a high snow falls, you don't see where the road is. So they use these arrows to show where the road ends, actually, I think, probably. Yeah, this is the line where the road ends. And you can see the roads even here are wide because it's Hokkaido. So they are mostly found in Hokkaido. But again, I'm not sure it can be found also in northern Honshu and in mountain regions as well, because all these things, as I said, may apply to mountain regions, and like northern Honshu, Hokkaido. Those are pretty similar conditions they have with the snowfall. And sometimes you can even find that the bollards in these snow regions can be taller. Here, that's not the case, but it can be found, and they can also be red and so forth, so on. Okay, that's it for this tip. I think we covered the northern regions. Now, for some more southern regions, which are even harder to distinguish. Northern regions can be distinguished. Southern ones, as you can see, here we have the foliage of the island of Kyushu. This is a location in Kyushu, and as you can see, the foliage is very varied. Like, even people are planting lots of stuff here. But yeah, so here we have bamboo. Bamboo grows more the more southern you go, but it's quite an unstable meta because it can be found in almost all regions, all more southern regions. Then for Kyushu, maybe the more southern you go, there is more of this lower foliage, like bushes and stuff that may not grow. Like, it depends. Like, there are other types of bushes and different kind of things that grow in more northern regions, like some of these plants, but I think they look a bit different than these ones that grow in Kyushu. So sometimes maybe you can distinguish that it's more southern plants than those in the north, and maybe guess Kyushu based on that. There is even a thing about some type of yellow grass that grows more in the south than in the north. And we as well have these iconic Kyushu flowers, as someone dubbed them. I think Radox called them Kyushu flowers, which can not only happen on Kyushu, unfortunately. So it's not a complete meta, but I think they are more common there than they are like white like this. They're more common in Kyushu and southern regions than in northern, but I think I've seen them even around Tokyo sometimes and stuff. So don't really use that as much. But yeah, guessing by vegetation can be tricky, and there is no, like, other than like Hokkaido cabbage and some other things, there is no like definitive meta. So sometimes you need to use your use your feeling on those things. Okay, so next thing I want to show you about the vegetation, and this is a pretty cool one if you end up using it and it becomes useful for you. Those are tea plantations, which can be very easily distinguished. They're very unique looking, like this, and they grow on hills, etc. And the tea in Japan is mostly present in the prefectures of Shizuoka, which spans these regions. Well, let me open a map without street view. Shizuoka, which is around here, which is famous for its tea plantations. It's like the main tea place in Japan. And the other very heavily place which has a lot of tea plantations is Kagoshima. These two prefectures have the most tea plantations, but they are not the only place in Japan, of course, which grow tea. I've seen tea even in like Mie, like they can be found all around, but if there are really a lot of tea plantations, then it's mostly these two areas. But don't get baited on that. So yeah, that's for tea. And on tea, when you have these fans, which are used, I think I forgot what was the reason for using the fans. I think for the cold, for frost. I think they are used to defrost the plantation, something. But yeah, I'm not sure. So yeah, when we look back at all these rounds, you make notice all these things that we were talking about. For example, look at this. In this round, what have we've been talking about? We have both red roofs, yellow guardrails here. So and as well the prefecture name. So there is no way you can refund the road immediately. And with that, you are set for a 5K and 25K in Japan in no time. And then using all these other tips. So that's pretty cool. And now let's go on to this other thing I wanted to show you here. And that is stickers. So most of prefectures in Japan have different kinds of stickers. Some of the prefectures, especially on the western coast, have quite similar yellow stickers, all of them, so they aren't even present in this map much. But this map, which of course I'm gonna share these resources in the description, shows you some different kinds of stripes and stickers which you can find on signposts, like any kinds of signs. As you can see here, we could find this is a typical Yamaguchi sticker for the signposts. It has like these two yellow bands, and it has prefecture name in between. You may not find prefecture names in some other prefecture. Oh, here as well it is present. This is another type of a sticker, probably from Yamanashi. But some of these stickers can be more easily remembered, like this red stripe on Kumamoto, or the iconic Nara stickers with the red arrow, and I don't know, some other parts. This is generally, I think, can be a bit difficult to learn, so I don't know how many people exactly have been using this kind of meta, but if you notice sometimes in your games one of these things and you know where it's from, there are even these like stripes which are sometimes different. They can become make it or break it for you to find the exact location in Japan as fast as possible, of course. You have Shimane stripes. Like there are all kinds of things. As you can see, this Shimane one, it looks the same as the Yamaguchi stickers, so it depends on the prefecture, and you can find similar ones in some different nearby prefectures and stuff. Okay, another meta which I haven't learned yet, and again, I don't know how many people, like you can go into so much detail, especially in a country like Japan. And this one uh, is about the diamond crossing signs, pedestrian crossing or bicycle crossing zones. And in different prefectures, they can have different ones, but not all prefectures are unique. So you can find it by areas, like Aomori one is unique for that prefecture. The white ones are like the ones that aren't unique. Those are all these prefectures, etc. So I don't know if you're gonna be using this or not. Oh, this is Japanese community made this. And as you can see, this never ends. Like here we have manhole covers, which again, they have the emblems of the cities, towns, etc. Most of the towns and cities have their unique emblems made on the unique manhole covers, which are made like an art. They are made by actual artists, and they can sometimes be useful, but again, I don't know if you're gonna be learning this or not. But yeah, these ones are just for the biggest cities and stuff like that, I guess. Here on this document, which was made by Bullfroggy, I think. So yeah, you could have a lot of tips from everywhere. There are even more tips that I may be talking when I'll be playing the actual games in GeoGuessr. But hopefully I managed to tell you all the important things and some less important things that you may or may not know. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna just say that some of these tips we got from the actual Japanese community when we found one Japanese streamer once on Twitch and we started asking stuff about Japan, and they told us about yellow guardrails we got from them. We got from them the red roofs, which no one knew about that before. We got from them the claymores. They told us about this. Who would have known about the claymores? Like when you Google it in English, there nothing comes up about them. I guess they are not that known outside of Japan itself because it's also from the northern regions which aren't that well traveled to. And of course, these different kinds of roofs, etc. And this one, someone got spiral, I think, from the Japanese community or someone else. So yeah, I think that covers well the tips for Japan. So I forgot to tell you about the tips for Okinawa and the southern islands of Japan. So the first tip, as you can see here, we have are the houses. The houses in the southern islands or Okinawa itself are made out of concrete wholly. As you can see, they have flat roofs, no fancy roofs, no Japanese traditional style houses that would fly away with the typhoons. So we even have some kind of an American style of a house because Okinawa was so long under American rule. They probably built that style of houses there. And yeah, so they are concrete because of typhoons and other things like that. That's one good tip. The other good tip are these small dragon statues. They're like a symbol of Okinawa, and they are placed at house gates. They are also placed sometimes on the eaves of the roofs, but they are like some protectors of homes in Okinawa, and you can read about them online, and so people place them there, so you can sometimes recognize even houses that they're from Okinawa because of there. But I mean, with the style of houses in Okinawa and the vegetation, I think you won't be missing Okinawa that well, even if you don't have those statues. As you can see, of course, the vegetation in the southern islands is more tropical than in mainland, if you can call it Japan. Even those islands, Hahajima and Ogasawara, that very tropical, but we won't be talking especially about them. Another tips for these southern islands is this red soil, which is typical for them, especially quite far south. So places like these southernmost islands, Miyakojima, etc., can have those. This one, the one I showed is on this island with China on it. So yeah, I'm not sure if like southern Kyushu can sometimes have red soil. Yeah, but mostly these islands, that's a thing for them, and you can recognize them with this red soil, and of course the the vegetation itself, which is more southern tropical, etc. Lots of these white Kyushu flowers, and they're more south. Okay, now that we have finally finished with all the kinds of all different tips, I think it's time to go into the game and see what exactly we're gonna have there, and maybe show some more tips if there are any present. Let's do no moving. Start game. The first location here. Do we have any actual regional clues? I don't actually think so. 07. Is this an area code or is this a part of a number? I don't know. I think I'm gonna guess in that area anyway. Just in case. No like stickers, no prefecture names. Yeah, this is just a regular one. I think when you see two yellow stripes, they can be found in many prefectures. We have the names there, and like 42, 43 prefectural, 42 normal road, national road number. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. I don't know if there is the prefecture kanji. So there is a kanji for prefectures. I don't know if it's shown in here. Not sure, but yeah, there is the kanji for prefectures. So you can even find on signs that you don't know that there is a prefecture, you can find it from that kanji. Easy to find that. Okay, so 07 what? 073. I don't know, it could be like, it could as well not be an area code, but let's guess there. Oh yeah, it seems it was actually an area code. So 07's around Osaka, and we were in Wakayama this time. Okay, so here we have something that looks quite mountainous, and we have these kinds of pine trees that grow, I think, in central northern Japan, or just central Japan. We have these sides of the guardrails, though I don't think those are any unique ones. And what else do we have here? I don't know. It's just these pine trees and roofs. This is just quite so generic that I can't. We don't have any regional specific clues. So Japan is very tough, even if you know all these tips, and requires tons of practice. But even then, you will not get the right part of it always, or even like when you get this, some of these central parts, they all look the same. Like north, you can distinguish south as well. I know this could be as well more south. I have no clue. I'm just going off of the pines, which, to be honest, that's as well unconfirmed meta. This might be even the more southern ones that we have lots of flowers and even palm trees. I'm not sure. This even does look more south. It might be coastal somewhere. I don't know, I'm just gonna guess. Yes, you can see F everything. Everything that you learned was wrong. Yeah, this, I don't know why I went with the pine trees. Obviously, it's a fake meta. Disproved right here. Oh, we have the coast. Look. Okay, now with this, I would never have gone north, but what can you do? So yeah, it's very tough even if you know all these things. If we were able to move, we would find some of those prefecture names, more area codes, etc. So for moving, these clues are very well as well. Okay, now this again. What can you say, like central Japan? Just guess middle, hedge, some random shrubberies and trees, normal roofs. Where can you guess with the normal roofs? The shape of these hills, like fluffy but pointy hills. I don't know, that makes me think of an area. What are do you have some wooden houses? That's true, although not a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna go. It looks a bit remote as well. I think I'm gonna go like Hyogo around this area. For this one, it may as well not be there. Who knows, could be down there, down there. Okay, I mean, this guess is not so bad, but again, we didn't get quite the right area. But yeah, very, very generic thing going on there. We have an urban lock. What is this doing here? Terminal 1. Bus tickets. Well, if you can read Japan, you can get even more things. There is even like a meta for these characters appearing on the floor in certain places, but I haven't learned that as well. Terminal 1 bus. I mean, obviously we aren't gonna have any clues here. I don't see. Oh, look at this. This is, I think, the Tokyo / Kanagawa sticker. So this is probably Tokyo, or I wish I knew what this was, but yeah, this looks quite urban, and like when you see lots of these fancy things, there's got to be one huge urban area, mostly Tokyo or Osaka. So this should be Tokyo. So you see, here we have the sticker, Tokyo Kanagawa sticker. And we know we are there. Oh, this actually might be the airport, or is it airport, train station? Oh, Japan Airlines. Yeah. Okay, this is the airport. So I'm just gonna go see. Maybe it's the main airport. I don't know even how many airports. Haneda Airport. I'm gonna go here. It actually fits. Could it be here? What? Wait. Wait, we have this bridge here. But is it that bridge? No. It's obviously not that bridge. Actually, we have like multiple bridges. And to the north we are like exiting this thing. Wait, Terminal 1. Wait, what? Are we actually here? Oh, this might not be a bridge. This might be a underground thing. Oh, Tokyo monorail, so yeah. Well, Terminal 1, and this fits. Is this here? Oh, 5K. Okay. Luckily we were at the main airport, I think, in Japan, probably. That's the main one. And we got this 5K. That's great. That happened. And we all got this from the ticket, not from the sticker, not the ticket. This sticker, this one of the northern ones. We have rice fields here. There is a meta like for seasonal rice fields. Like I think in southern Japan it can grow in both seasons, and in northern Japan it can grow only in one season or something like that. But I can't distinguish what I like. Yeah, one is dry rice. I think this is the dry rice. That's like northern Japan, and southern Japan has the wet rice or something. Like I'm not sure, but yeah, this green ones reminds me of one of the northern prefectures, but like I can't be sure. There is no way for me to be sure. This may as well be somewhere around Osaka, Hyogo area in the south. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go probably with the sticker if I remember correctly. I don't know if this is the right sticker. Stick it in the sticker. So is it like the Yamagata sticker, Fukushima? Could be Fukushima one. It could be something else completely. Fukushima would fit with this everything. Somewhere around this area. I'm just gonna guess. Okay, I was completely. Was it the Gifu sticker? Is it actually the Gifu sticker, or was that even a flag emblem of Gifu? I don't know. I would have to look at that. But yeah, so this game, yeah, we had some good we had two bad guesses, some middle guesses, one 5K. But yeah, Japan is pretty tough for anything like this, so let's play one more game. Not extend this video too much, it's already too long. This is not an area code, so I have that. The actual shrubbery and things reminds me of Kyushu, so I think I'm gonna go there. Mostly, I don't think there is any names there. What is this? No, that's not even that's not a signpost, like a uniform signpost. So I think, yeah, this should be somewhere in the south, most probably. Kyushu. We have bamboos everywhere. Trees, shrubbery, southern shrubbery. Even have the famous Kyushu flowers. So let's hope it is actually Kyushu with those flowers and not something random. It was Kyushu. Okay, we got it. We just need some rounds with good clues and not just something generic for this. Chofu, okay, that means nothing. That's just some brand. We have a sticker here, which is again one of the stickers, but yeah, I don't know all of them. No way. This, with the huge mountains, this mostly reminds me of like Nagano. I'm not sure about the actual vegetation here, but I think I'm gonna go something like Nagano here. That's the most like mountainous area of Japan. I think those are the tallest. I'm not sure about that, but the tallest mountains are on this area. Probably maybe one of these. If not food, I don't know. Okay, let me guess somewhere, I don't know, there. Because I don't know the sticker or anything here. Oh yeah, this is the other mountainous area. So Shikoku is a very mountainous island. That's one of the clues for it. But I mean, mountains can be found in other parts. So I guess this was like more southern vegetation maybe here than what would be found in Nag. I'm not sure, but yeah, again, mountains are found in Shikoku as well. Okay, we have tall bollards, which means we are somewhere in. This looks quite north. These trees, like these trees with, I don't know, they're like white bark. They look quite northern. Do they grow on like Hokkaido, Sakhalin? So I think this could be even Hokkaido. If it's not northern Honshu, yeah, I think I'm gonna go Hokkaido, like these trees as well. This, yeah, tall bollards and everything else all around reminds me of northern parts, very north. So I'm gonna go around Hokkaido. This could it be here or more? Could be around the other areas as well. I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna go hedge here. Oh my effing god. Okay, we got some luck here. We guessed exactly the right area on this round. Let's go next one. This is very southern, I'd say. Is it an actual island? It could even be an actual island, but I'm not sure about that. It could be. Let me go. Could be an island close to Kyushu if it's not. I'm really hoping it will not be Okinawa if I guess there. It could be even with this. I don't think this looks really that southern vegetation. Okay, I'm just gonna go around somewhere around here. Let's guess on this island. Although it might not be here. We are kinda close to these areas. I think it's somewhere around there. I hope it's not like or down here. Oh, okay. So we weren't even on an island and it was just Honshu, but it was very southern Honshu, if you can. Yeah, probably the southernmost point of Honshu. So, okay, it was not the islands. That's good. At least that we distinguished. But, okay, here again, I don't know if this is an actual meta, but southern Kyushu can tend to have a lot of these concrete walls on the side. Are they to protect from hurricanes or whatever other reason? I wouldn't say this is Okinawa, but I'd say this is quite south. It could even be some other southern coast of Japan. May not even be Kyushu. I just really hope it. Pachinko and slot. Okay. So where is this? Yeah, I'm gonna go around that area, like Kyushu. Kyushu Shikoku, maybe it could be even around these ones. I'm gonna like maybe hedge a bit, take a bit of these parts. And those. Well, let's see where this is. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, like palm trees, don't trust them in Japan. If someone planted a palm tree, it doesn't mean it's gonna be down here or there. It can even happen around Tokyo, as we could see around here. And that wall, I guess, yeah, it's not really a confirmed, it's somehow a fake meta, or even this kind of like shrubbery which seemed southern may not be right. But yeah, Japan is Japan. What can you say about it? That's the only thing you can say. But yeah, a lot of like industrialization around this area. It looked quite urban, so it did make some sense with the Tokyo area. But yeah, we are ending with this quite an atrocious guess, but we had some really cool ones. So yeah, guys, I hope everything I said in this video and all these things, tips and whatever else will help you greatly in Japan. Well, they can't help always, as you could see, with the hardness of guessing, difficulty of guessing in Japan, and we didn't even play moving, but this can be helpful. Most of these even for moving and other games. But with that, and with all these tips that I hope will be helpful, we are going to be ending this video, and I'll see you guys next time. But until then, stay good and bye bye.